15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the Redskins news of the week. Whoa, what happened to our music? Including,
there it is.
Including all the rumors about the quarterbacks and other players that we might try to get. Live with Aaron and John. Sorry about that music snafu.
Snafu.
I love you guys, man.
It's been a few weeks, so I'm a little rusty, and I was never great at this to begin with, even though we've done 514 episodes.
Yeah. 514. Hooray for us.
Music gate.
Music.
Everything's a gate. Everything's a gate. Why is everything a gate with you? Yeah, Tom Brady had another gate called the Trophy Gate, where he threw it across the Tampa Bay, I guess. I don't know where they were.
They were on boats. He threw it from one boat to another boat.
I know
Gronkowski on another boat.
I know he was housed. He was housed. Oh my God! Did you see him like holding him up coming off the ship?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude was housed. I mean, when I get to be that old,
yeah,
still win Super Bowls.
Wait, I know, right?
I'm sorry. Old. I'm already older than him. Speaking of old, happy birthday to John.
What's up? 46.
I thought you were 45.
I was 45, but now I'm 46.
Dang, I didn't know that you were 2 years older than me. I thought you were one.
I'm 1 year, 9 months older than you.
Oh, close enough. Anyway, happy birthday. Did you get my present yet?
I have not.
Well, it should be there soon.
Oh yeah.
I ordered it from Fanatics.
Fanatics.com.
Like a week ago. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. It's like 1985.
Like 1980s.
No CODs.
No CODs, please.
Please allow 8 to 12 weeks for delivery of your Franklin Mint coin. Plated.
Celebrating Super Bowl 22.
Do you remember that in the 80s? Like all those commercials? Yeah. And no one would ever order that junk because people were like, I'm not waiting 6 to 8 weeks to get this thing. I mean,
people ordered it all the time, man.
Did they?
I never ordered it because I thought the exact same thing. I didn't want to do all that or wait all that time. But nowadays, if you buy from Fanatics, they're just like, all right, it'll be there eventually, man.
I paid for express shipping for you too.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. It was free shipping.
Yeah.
But my options were free shipping 3 to 7 days, which I ordered plenty of time for your birthday, or $9 shipping express 3 to 7 days.
What? You're like, okay.
I was like, I'll take the free 3 to 7 days. Thank you. But I mean,
you have to hunt that out too. Like when you go to check out there, it won't bring up the free shipping. It brings up something else. You have to click on it and change it.
I know.
They're dodgy. They even have dude. Even just like back in the 80s, they even have like a handling fee that they put on there now.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, what is this handling fee? This is for handling stuff in the warehouse. I'm just like, well, of course it is.
Dude, the thing that I got you ended up being like 25% more than its original price because of handling fees. Even with the free shipping, it was going to be about 50% more.
Good Lord.
Anyway, yeah. We need to go to Fanatics Gate. We need to boycott Fanatics.
But are they induced?
But was he induced?
That's the guy that does their commercials. It's always screaming like this.
Oh, yeah, it is. Was he induced to buy this at Fanatics? Anyway.
At Fanatics.com.
We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Let's see. Who's over?
We got a lot of stuff to go through. It's been a few weeks, like you were saying there at the start.
Sean N's in the peanut gallery, fresh off of his new podcast.
Yeah.
Where he talks about all sports, big and small. I was expecting actually. I watched probably the first 3 quarters of it, and then once you guys got into basketball, you lost me because I don't know anything about basketball, and I know a little bit about hockey. So, but I was hoping they would talk about. Hey, look, object is back. So I guess we didn't fix that. That's actually David Herzig comes up as object. Maybe Sean N can help us figure that out. But anyway,
object.
Once they got into basketball,
it's the name of a band. It's like lowercase and then uppercase. object.
Once they got into basketball, I was kind of out of there. But I was expecting them to talk a little bit about this fan-controlled football league. Have you heard about this with Johnny Manziel?
I did hear something about this, and I was just like, I didn't even listen to what it was. They were talking to somebody on some sports show, and it was on, and I heard them talking like they talked about an interview with Manziel, and he was like, yeah, I messed up in the NFL, but you guys need to come watch this league.
Fan controlled.
Yeah, awesome.
And Marshawn Lynch owns a team, and he suited up, but he didn't play. It was like a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
But apparently how it works is it's on Twitch, which is like, I don't know if you know what Twitch is. People go on and watch people play video games, I think, pretty much, right?
Right, I think so, yeah.
But anyway, it's on Twitch, and apparently the people watching have an app, and they can pick between like 4 or 8 plays before the snap, and whichever play wins the vote gets sent down to the quarterback's helmet. So it's basically like playing old school Tecmo Bowl.
That's so quick.
Like, remember you picked like 4 plays on the screen?
Yeah.
It is. I don't know. I think you only have like, I don't know. I didn't tune in. I might try to this week if I can figure out how. But they have like 10 or 15 seconds to vote on the play, and then it gets sent down. And it's like a 50-yard field. I don't know.
50-yard field, like inside?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like an arena size field.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, I want to hear Sean N talk about that some more on his podcast, which is Thursday at 7, and he can put the link here on Discord, and it'll show up on the YouTube screen here. So put that up.
Object.
Anyway, good job on your first podcast.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
News from the last time we were on here. I'm sure you heard that Tom Brady and the Bucks won the NFL championship game
in their home stadium.
Do I even need to announce that, really? In their home stadium. First time that's ever happened. I didn't see much of the second half because I had a seizure from all the stuff happening at the halftime show with all that gold camera work that was making me dizzy.
Yeah, that was going on, and I was just like, Roberto, turn away. Because you're gonna puke.
It's from that guy The Weeknd that did the remember that Cowboys song back in the day. The Cowboys got me in the best mood. Yeah, remember on I'm gonna find it.
How about them Cowboys?
You don't remember this?
Guys?
How
you don't remember this?
Buffering issues anywhere. Anytime,
whoa, that's not
instantly.
it. That's a commercial. All right, here we go.
We will stop your buffering instantly.
Here it is.
You guys.
How do I get them?
Still got me in the best mood. Like a fat guy after test food. Week 1-5 only lost 2. Jerry so high it's like he's stiff glue. Romo can relate to Bledsoe. That can zeke right up the red zone's eye. Prime time another week 2. And his hair is back on fleek 2. Okay, the Giants beat us, right? It's true.
Anyway, it was the one with the little midget running around on Fox, and YouTube is probably gonna. YouTube is probably gonna give us a little what is it called? Infringement thing for this. I don't know.
Maybe.
No, the Weeknd guy wrote the song called Starboy, and then they parodied it. Did a parody of it on Fox NFL Sunday before the game, where it was called "How About Them Cowboys?"
Yeah, man. Yeah. It was. I don't know. I was looking at that and I was like, wow, this is like how many years later? Like 5 or 6 years. And this is so like not politically correct.
With the little cowboy, like the midget guy, the dwarf, the dwarf that was wearing the Cowboys like male cheerleading outfit with the vest, with the white vest.
Like,
here it is. Like, let me see. Can I get to that part? Look, there he is. Let's see.
How about them Cowboys? He's number one.
There he is. Look, like what is it? Like what is that?
Them Cowboy cousins, he think he the Mendo got more.
But anyway, when the Weekend guy came out and he played like a little bit of that song. I've never heard the actual song, but I heard him just say dun, 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 I, and I was like, hold on, that's that parody song. Anyway,
oh man, yeah,
good times. I wonder if we're gonna get in trouble for playing that little parody. We were doing a parody of the parody though, so I think that's legal.
yeah. Well, I mean, you have like a few seconds. I don't know what YouTube's thing is. If you can do like 1 second, 5 seconds, 8 seconds, or 10 seconds.
I don't know.
15.
Anyway,
How about them Cowboys?
so we had that. We had Trophy Gate. But then in other news, the slate is wiped clean, dude. We're all 0-0. We're ready for the championship next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we got the first piece of off-season news. Taylor Heineke, the legend of Taylor Heineke, is continuing.
He needs a song. It needs to be like a Bonanza
The
type
legend
song.
of Taylor Heineke, something like that.
Yeah. The legend of Taylor Heineke was signed for 2 years. It's like 8-point-something million for 2 years with, I think, 1 million was a signing bonus.
Something like that. It was like he had all these. It was like $500,000 for starts and things like that. I mean, it's. I mean, hey, what a great contract. He's going to be competing for the starting job. But we still need. I mean, we still need like a starting quarterback.
We totally do, and I know people are high on Taylor Heineke, but
3 starts, 3 injuries.
dude, he's 3 starts,
going to
3
get
injuries.
hurt.
He dislocated his shoulder in that game. I mean, he goes, balls to the wall like what's his face RG3 did his year, but he's not built for that. He's not built for that.
Yeah, neither was RG3.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see that fire and that that drive to do all you can on every play, but I don't think we could have him as a starter. If we did, it wouldn't be for very long. I like him coming back as a backup.
Yeah, oh yeah. And a possible starter. We'll see. I mean, maybe he can get through like the injury bugs and all that stuff, but I don't see him starting 16 games. I don't see him starting 6 games.
That being said, I do like the mentality of, hey, he showed us that he could play. He deserves at least a shot because he almost won us a playoff game. He almost won us a playoff game.
He had the best game
street
against Tom Brady than anybody in the playoffs.
Anyone in the playoffs. I mean, I saw the stats on that, and he played the best against the Bucs of any of the other quarterbacks, including, except for Aaron. He had a better game. But the other guys, even Mahomes, not even close to what Taylor Heineke was able to put up being on the team for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and he was. I mean, the Washington football team was closest to the Buccaneers in their game.
Yeah, and I like that whole mindset that Ron. I think you started to touch on this a little bit. That Ron Rivera has brought in. Like, I don't care who you are. If you show us you can play, you're going to be on the team.
It's nice to see that because, I mean, I know this was a number of years ago, but like that middle linebacker that would like just walk on to the Giants of all things.
Was it Lorenzo?
No, it wasn't Lorenzo. Middle linebacker.
The
guy who's been in the press. Antonio Pierce,
yeah. And he was like a
Why'd we
leader of the
let him
team.
go? Why'd we let him go? It's just stupid stuff like that. All sorts of stupid stuff like that back in the day. But this is a new regime. These guys are ready to go. They got all these brand new people in the front office that they've hired over the last few weeks as well. We're going to get into that in a bit.
Yeah,
but I think
back to that other point though. You know, you see this with Taylor Heineke, him getting a shot for playing well, and then on the flip side of that, he gets rid of people like Dwayne Haskins and Geis who aren't living up to their end of the bargain. So it's nice to see that. Yeah, all right, you got drafted in the first round and you suck, so you're cut. This guy we signed off the street 2 weeks ago, he played a great game in the playoffs and now he's got a contract. So that's what we need to be doing,
and that's going to tempt like young hungry players to say, man, well, if I go to Washington, I'm going to get a shot. I'm going to have a shot to make the team.
Yep. Okay, and Sean in the injury specialist is reporting in the Discord chat down here. He got 2 years, $4.75 million with 1.5 guaranteed, and I think one was already a signing bonus. Maybe you can check on that, but I read that somewhere. If it's not BR, there's so much BR that happens in the off season. It's hard to. Can you hear me?
There you are. Man.
I don't know what
I just had static for like a minute.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I went into my little audio program and just hit restart audio engine and it popped back. So I have no idea what happened. Turn yourself up. Okay. I'm turned
Can
up.
you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, so I mean, hopefully that's better here. So
yeah, that was
okay. I don't know what happened.
A lot of static. Anyway, so what were you saying?
I kept talking. You weren't responding. I'm like, are you gonna say something? Are you paying attention? What was I saying? You heard me when I was talking about how I liked what Rivera was doing with getting rid of the crappy players, and I don't remember what I was talking about after that. It probably wasn't important. John, what? Why aren't you listening? Take over. I can only talk 2 sentences in a row with losing my train. Anyway, I wonder if basically YouTube like cut off our audio because it was mad at us using that. How about them Cowboys clip?
No, we're still going.
Okay. Anyway, you know what we did lose though? I better hit record. We lost our actual recording, the backup recording. It turned off when I restarted the audio. So
wow.
We got it going now, I think. Anyway, yeah, man. Okay, let's move on. So you were about to start talking about the new signings in the front office, and
Well, we got Marty, and we got some other guy named Chris.
Marty, and Chris. We have to talk about 3 Martys tonight. So let's talk about the first one.
That is true. We do have to talk about the third Marty as well.
This was a little confusing.
Yeah.
Because at first there were I know what I was talking about. It was how we were talking about in Discord about how about how these articles will say things like report and then something that's not true. And in Discord, we were talking about the one that said report Redskins monitoring the Russell Wilson situation. Like, what is that? It's not news at all. It's everyone's monitoring it. Everyone wants to see what's going on. So anyway, this time of year, there's all those reports or sources say. But anyway, so back to the Martins, the 3 Martys. Take over after cough.
So we got ourselves this guy, Marty Herney, who used to work with Rivera down in Charlotte. He's from this area, actually. He was actually a reporter with with the Washington Times back in the 80s. We talked about it a little bit last week. And Martin Mayhew as well. We talked about him at the last episode, I think. And so Martin Mayhew, former Super Bowl winner with the Washington Redskins on defense. It's good to see that he's been brought back. And we also brought in Bill Polian's son, Chris Polian. Bill Polian is in the Hall of Fame as general manager with the Colts. Brought in, Peyton Manning. That was pretty big.
Son.
So we got brought in Chris Polian. That's our third person for this, at least.
Yeah. So it was a little weird, though, because at first they said that Marty Hurley guy from the Panthers was the general manager.
Hurney.
I keep saying Hurley. Like Bobby Hurley, the rat boy from Duke.
Rat boy.
Yeah, Bobby Hurley's dad, Marty.
He maybe Rat Boy is his dad.
Marty Hurney.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Hurney.
Marty Hurney from the Panthers, who was GM there, right? And got fired.
He was the GM there. We talked about him last episode just a little bit.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was interesting because we thought we had him and as GM, but then all of a sudden it was Martin Mayhew. We did talk about this, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And the third person was Chris Polian that they brought in, who was talked about his dad.
Chris,
and he was working with the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2013 to 2019.
Sorry for him there. So he
was the general manager there with the Colts for 3 years after his father.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what he is now, dude?
He works. He's vice president, player personnel, pro personnel, players.
I wrote this down. He's the director of pro personnel, whatever that is. He doesn't direct the minor. Only directs the pros on the team. Anyway.
And they let Kyle Smith leave. We already talked about that as well.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen, and he went to the Falcons, and that sucks because he's going to be another one of the dudes that has all these rings. And
I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to be the case for him. I mean, he was pretty good here, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I mean, his dad sucked when he was the GM with the Chargers for all those years when Norvell was the coach over there. He was a terrible GM. So maybe he'll actually learn, kind of like we're hoping that Norvell's son is going to be better than Norvell was as the head coach here. Hopefully his son will have a better record here. Hopefully Kyle Smith will have a better record, but it's not going to be here in Washington because Ron Rivera brought in his own guys, which is going to happen.
And with Marty Hurney coming in, it displaces Doug Williams to, ready for this, senior advisor to the president, Jason Wright. You know what that means?
Senior advisor.
It's a phony baloney job, like from Blazing
It's totally a phony baloney job.
We've got to protect our phony baloney jobs, gentlemen. I didn't get a harump from that guy.
Harumph! I'm watching you.
Why do I always get a warped one? Assistant to the manager.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, does that take care of all the front of house staff, whatever they call it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You're fading in and out of a volume there, dude. Like,
am I really?
Yeah. Like you're coming in and then you're coming back up again. And
I wonder if that's a stupid Zoom. I wonder if that's Zoom. Everything's so dodgy. I'll just talk really loud. Is this okay? Zoom gate.
Zoom gate.
Another gate.
Zoom gate.
We have 3 gates a night that we have to make it through. It's like, I don't know what it is, dude. It's like whenever we don't do a podcast for a while, we like somehow.
Yep, you're quiet. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now you're back.
Let me see if I can figure out what that problem is. But go ahead and talk while I try to look for that setting.
Yeah, Sean has also heard you.
Am I gone still?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Now, okay.
Talk.
Well, let's see. What else do we have to talk about here with the Washington football team going through this off season? We can talk about the quarterbacks and stuff like that. I'll wait for Aaron to figure out the sound before we start talking about our third Marty as we're moving forward through the team. I know that the former cheerleaders settled with the Washington football team, and they put the cheerleading team on hold. So we don't know if the cheerleading team will be back or back in a different capacity, what they will do with them.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, kind of, Aaron, kind of, but you're on and off again.
Seriously? All right, hold on.
So there's all that stuff going on there. There's still all that mess in the front office between Dan Snyder and that Shar guy and all this stuff. They're all dodgy lunatics.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Like some weird settings on Zoom, dude. I don't know. I never set those. All right, go ahead.
No, okay. So we're gonna go into the other Marty we were talking about was a former Redskins coach for 1 year and should have been a lot more. Marty Schottenheimer died. He died of Alzheimer's disease a few days ago. I guess about a week ago. He had been in a hospice care just since last month, though. It was hard. It was sad to see him go. I know here in Virginia Beach that the Virginia Destroyers from the UFL owed him $1 million and he never got paid it. He was suing them, but I mean, no one had any money, so
his family will never get it either.
Nah, they made a lot of money as well. He was really good. You know, he coached the Browns when they had those two games where they had, you know, where they failed in the end, and the Broncos went on to lose the Super Bowl, including Ernest Binder's fumble, but he won a Super Bowl with us, so he was able to get through that. But yeah, Marty Schottenheimer, you know.
Good old Marty Schottenheimer. Yeah, I'm sure you talked about this when I was trying to fix my sound signal. How didn't we start off that one season with him like 0-6, and then he won like 7 in a row or something?
0-5, and then we went 8-8. And then after that season, the Danny decided he wanted Steve Spurrier. Come on up to the NFL, man. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a good old time. I'm gonna bring in all these old guys that used to be Gators. We're gonna bring in Chris During, man. He's gonna be awesome. He's gonna be a number 1 wide receiver, man. That's not how Spurrier talks, but he's
Steve
more like,
Spurrier,
the old ball coach, blah blah blah. But whatever. Either way, he sucked. He was terrible here. He was awful. And he never should have been brought in. Schottenheimer should not have been fired. And the rest is history. Thanks, Dan Snyder.
Dude, Schottenheimer was here in like the year that we lived at the Sand Flea, wasn't he? I kind of remember that. Like
maybe
2001, maybe 2000. The Sand Flea.
That would have been 2001. The Sand Flea.
That was a year.
It sounds like a dump.
That was the year that me and John moved back from New York back to Virginia Beach, and while we were waiting for my
Waiting for
parents'
the house.
old house to the renters to move out of there, we did a long-term rental on a beach house in the middle of the winter, and it was so cold in that place. It wasn't designed for people living there in the winter. Let's just say that.
It was an older house, and it was called, all the beach houses all have names, and so they called this one the Sand Flea.
Sand Flea. We watched Marty Schottenheimer from the Sand Flea.
From the Sand Flea, but we watched him on I guess it was on there. No, it was on your dish at the time, DirecTV.
Yeah, we
I remember because we had to go outside and screw it into one of the foundation poles of that house.
Oh yeah, we mounted it on the foundation, and then did we drill a hole in their house and bring the
totally
wire
did.
in? No, we didn't.
Allegedly, I heard we met.
I think the hole was actually there already. No, I think all we really did was unscrew the cable connection and then
we just ran it right through that same spot.
Yeah, Sandbridge. You're totally right, David Herzing. He's like, that's my
Sandbridge.
house. He's going to be like, that's my beach house. And I knew somebody drilled a hole through that. Now we got Sandbridge, Sandflea Gate going on.
Sandflea Gate.
We've got so many gates. The Sandflea Gate is the name of this.
Sandflea Gate.
Oh my gosh. All right. Are we going to talk about some other things? This is what. All right. The whole quarterback thing situation.
Yeah,
all right, it looks like Alex Smith is going to be he wants to come back, but I don't think he's going to be coming back. So right now we've got.
At least not under the same contract he's under now, because that is just too much money.
Yeah. So we've got Heineke, but is he the only quarterback we actually have under contract right now?
Yeah, Kyle Smith is a restricted free agent, so he's under, we'll be able to re-sign him first.
Kyle Smith.
No, sorry, Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen. Sorry, Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith is on the Falcons.
Cut!
He's dead to us.
Falcons.
So
And his dad.
no, I'm not really high on all these quarterbacks. Like nothing's exciting to me. Like if Russell Wilson was somehow available, yes, I'd be excited about that. But
He would be the same price as Deshaun Jackson though. Or Deshaun Watson down in Houston.
Names. That Deshaun someone.
Deshaun Watson. I mean, it'd be like 3 first-round picks and like Deron Payne and Matt Ioannidis.
Yeah, I'm almost resigned to just if we can rework Alex Smith, have Heineke, and see who we can get in the draft with whatever pick, whatever falls to us. See what kind of quarterback we get.
Dude,
It's such a crapshoot anyway. I swear, it's like after
Dak
the RG3
Prescott's
thing,
still available.
you got me in the best
Dak.
mood.
How about them Cowboys?
John wants to sign Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I do. If Dak Prescott's just like, screw you, Cowboys, I'm gonna go sign with your one of your rivals because you won't give me a big contract, and we give him a big contract, man, I'd say yeah, I'd sign him. Absolutely. He's better than just about except for Deshaun Watson.
Wait,
Who else is available out there?
well, David Herzing wants us to move up and get Lance. I saw some BR about us moving up to the fifth spot to get a quarterback.
I think there's going to be a lot of that, a lot of speculation about that, because maybe we will. Who knows?
Dude, I'm still so gun shy about moving up after the RG3 gate, where we gave everything and it sucked. And I was big on that too, because I watched all those highlight reels. And I'm like, man, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Run, he can throw. And then he just got battered and shell-shocked.
He just got beat
is the only
up.
word I have for it. Shell-shocked.
Shell shocked. He's a free agent right now. We could sign him.
Yeah, I don't really. And dude, I'd never thought in all my years doing this podcast I would hear you say go get an ex-Cowboy.
Dak Prescott, I would absolutely go sign him. I'd put at least.
I wouldn't. You want to know why? Less than 5 months ago, his leg was flapping around like that. I'm not paying him some giant money when we don't even know if he's going to be coming back from injury.
That's true. We'd have to see something.
And he's a Cowboy. 2 strikes. The third one, you're out. And the Cowboys one equals 2 strikes.
Yeah, but dude, how cool would it be for us to get the Cowboys quarterback so they would just suck even worse for years because of us? How awesome would that be?
They could draft someone. Where are they? They're higher up than us in this draft.
They are higher up than us. Everybody in the NFC least is higher up than us.
Plus, I don't know. I've never thought that Dak is that great. He was always behind that.
You never think anyone for the Cowboys is good. Ever.
That offensive line was good for a while.
That Troy Aikman guy sucked, man. He was terrible.
That did suck. But that offensive line that they had is the reason for Dak's success.
Their offensive line was the best line for
a couple years.
Maybe arguably the best line with maybe the Patriots and stuff like that a couple times, but I mean they were when what's his face was there that ended up coming to us and being our offensive line coordinator. They were the best.
Became our coach. Like 5 games.
Oh, that's right. He did. He ended up being our he was the latest Terry Rabisky.
Wasn't nearly as bad as remember when we had that bingo guy that became the coach?
Oh, the bingo guy that brought in. God, Jim Zorn. The whole Jim Zorn was like the worst era ever. In a bunch of bad eras. Jim Zorn was just like the worst. Edge sword.
Dude.
Sword.
Dude, Object.
Jim Zorn.
It's his name. Object. Said he's going to like play poker and like see if Dallas calls the bluff and offer Dak a crazy deal so they have to overpay.
That's not a bad idea just to do that. Feel like they're going to give you that? I mean, people are loyal to them. Amari Cooper took less money to go there than what we offered him. And speaking of that, we need to talk about these wide receivers coming up here in the draft because there's guys that we're going to look at. And also with the quarterbacks in the draft, we're going to talk about that at another episode going forward because the draft is like 2 months away. But we need to talk about the wide receivers that are going to be free agents here in a few weeks in March. Because there's a couple guys, that Godwin guy, Allen Robinson, is that his name? The guy from
from the Bears.
From the Bears. There's going to be a few guys that are going to be like that are going to get big money. And I think we're going to be one of the teams that are going to spend big money to put him opposite Terry McLaurin. And that's got me like salivating. I'm just like, yeah, these guys are going to be awesome. Like our top 2 receivers, those 2 guys.
Yeah.
I like it. And then we can stick some
Robinson. But there's a bunch
Allen
of
Robinson is huge. He's just tall, man.
There's a bunch of receivers. I was looking at the list today. There's that guy, Will Fuller from the Texans. That dude's good. There was a few other ones.
He's a cheater also.
Okay.
He's suspended for PEDs right now.
Okay, he's a cheater. But there's other dudes that are big name guys that were on that list. So
And Will Fuller he's another touchdown threat. Like all 3 of these guys we've talked about so far are all like straight down the field, deep ball passing people.
Yeah.
So that's what we need. We need the home run threat.
We also need linebackers. Dude.
We need linebackers so bad.
And what are we gonna do with the Collins gate? What's going on with him? Like
Landon Collins, I have not heard anything.
When he comes back, we're paying him like huge money, right?
We're paying Alex Smith huge money too. Unless we cut him, we can cut both of them. But Alex Smith, I think we'd save. I can't remember the numbers at all, but it was like $11 million as opposed to $25 million this year. But Landon Collins' deal, like from what I understand, and I can't remember the numbers on it either. Calculus just fried my brain last semester. Calculus. It's I don't know.
Sean in knows. We're paying him some crazy amount of money, is all I know. And he was underperforming when he got injured. Am I correct on that assessment?
Yeah.
And Cameron Curl is another dude. See, that's the last couple of years, though, especially last year, there's been so many of these late round guys that we've gotten that have turned out to be our big players. And even like Terry McLaurin was a third rounder. I'm to the point where I don't really want to trade up because I don't know how much it really gets you unless you know it's an awesome pick,
unless you're
like
going
Chase
from
Young.
like a top 5 pick, dude. Yeah,
like Chase Young. So I mean, speaking of Chase Young, I don't think we said this. He won rookie defensive player of the year. Is that correct? Is that the title?
I think so.
And,
NFC rookie defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
So whatever it was. He won that.
I think the whole league rookie player of the year. Rookie defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
And Alex Smith, of course, won the comeback player of the year. So.
Yep.
Defensive rookie of the year. Yeah. That dude. That is someone that you go up for. But some of these quarterbacks where they're like, oh, let's move up and get, this quarterback or that quarterback. I'm like, I don't know. After Haskins and RG3, I don't want to move up anymore. I'm tired of moving up and getting burned.
Yeah. But we were also moving up with like Dan Snyder, coming in and kicking over the chalkboard and be like, draft this guy over and over and over again. And maybe he's not going to do that with. Yeah, he was very good at that. I don't know. But yeah, dude. Landon Collins' contract is going to be like almost impossible to cut him because he's going to be owed so much money, dead money, if they cut him. So, and I don't know if they can try to get him into a trade with somebody. Maybe they could, maybe they'll want to go out and trade for David Carr or Marcus Mariota or Gardner Minshew or someone like that. I don't know. Maybe we could trade Alex Smith for Gardner Minshew. Urban Meyer's the coach. He used to coach Utah, which is where Alex Smith went to college at that time.
So he coached him?
He coached him in college.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. We will find out soon enough. Someone's going to be a quarterback for the team next year. Will the team have a new name next year? I don't really care.
We don't know.
Does anyone really care? I don't see anyone really pushing for it anymore. They're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah,
so I don't care.
Yeah.
They're saying they might leave it. Washington football team, which I don't care. Oh, here's another gate. Name gate. Oh, Sean N's pushing for a team name. He probably wants
Maybe we could trade for Sam Darnold. He was riveting up in New York or New Jersey.
I don't know, dude. I just don't want to trade everything we have for a quarterback that may or may not be good.
Yeah, unless you know it's a Deshaun Watson or something like that. That's going to be like multiple, like 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Plus players.
And then the other dude, that Mac Jones guy, that people are saying if we do stand pat with our 19th overall pick, that we get him, it would be drafting him too high.
We'd be drafting him too high, yeah.
I don't know.
We'll go back. Like I said, we're going to go through those in a future episode coming up in March or April.
Yeah.
Early April before the draft goes.
I think we should round this debacle gate episode up. Maybe next time I'll figure out what's going on with this sound. I guess it's sounding all right now. I got sound settings jacked all over the place, and they shouldn't have to be that way. I've never had to do that before. So I don't know if it was the setting I finally switched in the new Zoom that I updated. It was like, I don't know, oppressing my audio. Setting gate.
Help. I'm being oppressed.
We're calling this Sand Flea Gate when we publish.
Sand Flea Gate.
Anyway, does that round it out? Do we need to talk about anything else?
Yeah. I think that's good for this kind of a round. Biggest thing is really that Heineke is re-signed, and he will be in the mix to be a starter, whether you like that or hate that or what. However, the guy's got heart. So we'll see. So right now we've got him and we've got Alex Smith and that Mendoza guy. That's the fourth pick. Or the fourth quarterback guy. What's his name?
I don't even know. I don't want to.
Where'd he go? The backup quarterback. The backup quarterback that he would. Steven Montez Sweat. That's right.
I was like Mendoza. Not that I can remember his name, but I knew it wasn't Mendoza.
Well, Steven Montez just needs to be cut because ain't no one going to start him. If they went and got Heineke off his couch to come in to start, and Montez has been playing in that system all year with the scout team or whatever it was.
Yeah,
that guy's not good.
John N wants us to talk about the pending free agents. I think we should save something for next time.
Pending free agents, like all of them.
I think we'll do it next time.
Yeah, we started to a little bit, but on the quarterbacks. I think our next one we'll touch more on the wide receivers and quarterbacks, inside linebacker especially. There's going to be a lot going on, lots of rumors out there. Like Aaron said earlier in this episode, lots of rumors out there going forward with all the NFL. But watching a football team is going to be very intriguing.
In what we used to call the armpit of the offseason, when you're doing podcasts, you have to stretch that news flow pretty. Yeah. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We'll talk to you guys next time. Probably not next week. Who knows?
19 free agents.
There's 19 free agents we got to talk about on the next episode.
And I got to figure out something about this Trey Lance guy. I got to go watch him.
Yeah. Like to give a shout out to everyone in the Peanut Gallery, which tonight is Sean In, and David Herzing, and some guy named Object. No one's in the YouTube chat. Silent.
That's okay. We keep telling them to come over here to our Discord channel. GG/5YW5YFT.
You can reach us in Discord at Harry Hogg on Twitter.
It's just under my left shoulder.
HHF Podcast at gmail.com.
It's
do
in
have
my
a hog line
off season right there.
What's our hog line phone number? No one has called the hog line yet. Remember when that thing used to ring off the hook?
Off the hook.
We got our best sound clips from there.
We sure did. We got some.
The hog line number where you can leave us a message, and if it's a good soundbite, we'll probably put it on our little soundboard. 202-735-1788.
It goes to the hog line.
Goes to the hog line.
You can rant, you can rave, you can tell us what you think we should do with free agents and the draft coming up and all that stuff. Alex Smith, I'm telling you, Alex Smith for Gardner Minshew. We'll trade him right now. Boom.
All right. Be sure to check out Sean In, the Injury Specialist podcast that you can get to Thursday night.
Tomorrow night.
The No BS podcast.
Yeah.
Sports podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, our ending music ran out before I was done. He's about, and Sean Inn's about to put the link right here again. You go to that on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
You can also get our podcast at iTunes and all that kind of stuff. His podcast, Sean Inn's podcast, is tomorrow at 8, and here comes the link. We'll talk to you guys next week. As always, hail to the Washington Redskins football team. And if you see a Cowboys fan,
we're going to take Dak from you. We're going to take him away.
Joke 'em.
Joke 'em.